So let me ask, I have interviewed a lot of liberals on my show here, and I noticed that liberals are easily triggered. You know what I'm saying?
I'm calm as a cucumber.
Why are so many liberals easily triggered?
It's because there's an enormous assault of bullshit coming at everybody in this country who's fair-minded these days and who cares about those who are in need and cares about the state of the environment, the planet, the country, the rule of law, the state of facts. And so there's a lot coming at us, and we need to speed up our pace at addressing these problems. And when there's a lot of bullshit and there's a guy literally making up garbage every day and his followers swallow it up, they should call them his swallowers, because they really just swallow whatever he gives them, puts right in their mouth. And you're doing the same. Just take whatever that Trump says uncritically.
And
he makes up things and they're facts to you.
Come back.
And he
deviate. Come back.
Facts even about our troops.
So you're saying
even about our troops, that's not a fact to you.
You're saying that liberals are easily triggered because after a while they can't handle the situations that are happening in their lives?
No, because it's very important to be passionate about the problems we're facing.
Amazing.
Triggered is the same as being passionate about things.
So even for the men as well?
Say again?
Even for the men, it's okay that they should be triggered, that they give in to being triggered because they're being passionate?
Well, men historically are a lot more triggerable than women. Women are, generally speaking, more even keel in a public square. Men are the ones who started all the wars in history, if you look at it.
That's amazing.
Facts or not facts? Facts or not facts? Ignore the question. All right.
Are most liberal men beta men? Beta males?
I don't think so.
Why are they easily triggered? Because only a beta male would be triggered.
No, because Trump snowflakes are the most triggerable people in the world.
Have you ever
You say one thing against Trump and they lose their minds.
Have you ever been triggered before?
Sure.
When the last time you were triggered?
I get triggered oftentimes.
And what when you're in a situation and you are triggered, what happens during that situation that makes you lose it?
People say lies blatantly to my face. They share opinions that disregard the well-being of millions of people in this country to just for some reason line further the pockets of rich corporations that they don't even work for or benefit from because they're brainwashed by the president. And that's pretty scary and triggering to me.
On your video I saw where you were triggered on Tommy Lahire's show. What was that like to be triggered in front of women?
You don't like women so much, huh?
No, what was that like for you to be triggered in front of women?
It doesn't bother me to be triggered in front of a woman any more than it does in front of a man, because I think all people are equal. It's an idea you should look into.
You were not embarrassed by that the women saw that you were being triggered?
Oh, no. I don't have a fragile male ego like you do. I have a very strong male ego that is able to show a full range of emotions and not have it crumble me like a very weak exterior that you're putting out to the world.
Well,
I'm comfortable having emotion in front of all people, even in front of animals.
Even one of the women made a joke about you being triggered. She said, "Oh, what is he, a comedian?" Did that bother you though?
Well, it was a very unintelligent, silly comment.
In what way?
Because she saw my clear, real emotion, and she just tried to diffuse it by not acknowledging the reality of it, because there's no facts that can defend these indefensible policies, refusing even common sense gun control.
Did you feel like a beta male when she made a joke about you being triggered?
No, I don't look at humanity or masculinity in such stark, primitive, uninformed terms as beta or alpha.
Beta!
Alpha! I'm alpha, baby, but a true alpha?
Did you feel like an alpha male when you were triggered and the woman made a joke about you being triggered?
Oh, absolutely I did.
You felt like an alpha?
Absolutely I did. I tore off my mic and stormed out. It's a pretty strong thing to do.
Are you married?
Oh, I'm not married. But let me say one thing. And I'm having, by the way, so much premarital sex it would blow your mind. But let me make very clear something else. One of the great problems with society is that people think admitting mistakes or showing emotion is weakness. It's the exact opposite. People who are afraid to admit mistakes, unable to because they think it'll crack the shell of their very fragile Humpty Dumpty ego, or afraid to show emotions, and they have to have this rigid, false, 50-year-ago version of what masculinity is, are people who are so fragile that they lose their mind if you make one joke about their dear leader Trump. To be a real man, you have to be able to experience the full range of emotion admit a mistake and let it make you stronger because you now have learned from your mistakes, and not have some fragile ego like Trump does, that you can't ever admit a mistake as though you're some messiah when he's a clearly lying moron. That's a beta male. Trump's a beta male.
Okay, I got it. When you were growing up,
Yeah,
were you raised by your father and mother?
you better believe it.
They both were in the home?
Yep.
And did your mother trigger your father?
Probably, sometimes.
And you would see your father being triggered by your
And
your
vice
mother?
versa.
But you would see your father being triggered by your mother?
At times.
And did you think that, oh, I love my dad. He's triggered by my mother. You think that was normal at the time?
Well, of course it's normal. Healthy relationships are ones that are two-way relationships and equal. And again, I know you want to go back to like a 1950s,
So when you
keep
were
the
a
woman in the
kid,
kitchen kind of vibe.
So
And I know
when-
you also have said that you think one of the biggest mistakes America made was giving women the right to vote. It's an insane opinion, but you can have it because it's America and we have free thought
when
here.
you were a kid,
Yep.
and you would see your mother trigger your father,
Mm-hmm.
you would think as a kid, right on, my dad is being triggered by my mother. You would think that that was normal?
No, my thought would be, I love to see two equal people have an equal argument in a relationship.
So you love seeing your father being triggered?
I just like seeing people deal with things issue by issue and not stick in these camps that for some reason people like you love to put people into camps and not see people and things issue by issue. You like to have these old, disproven, false archetypes. That's all you can see the world under. It's a very simplistic way to see the world.
So you like seeing your father being triggered by
You
your
see how
mother?
you won't engage me in the conversation? You just keep going back to your same questions.
You like
I'm advancing the conversation and you won't even respond to it, let alone acknowledge it. You won't respond to my thoughts. You just keep repeating your question, trying to get a gotcha of me saying
No,
something
I'm
on
trying to
camera.
get answers from you.
I've answered every question.
So you're saying, yes, I like seeing my father being triggered
I
by
did
my
not
mother.
say yes. You weren't listening.
That's what I'm waiting for, an answer.
I already
for that.
answered many times.
I told you I'm black and slow. I need like answer yes and no sometimes. And blah, but you know how black people are. They slow.
And I just see humans, you know what I mean?
You never met a black
Sometimes I see lime green or orange humans.
person. So let me ask, were you happy seeing your father being triggered by your mother?
When was the last time you cried?
You're not answering my question.
When was the last time you cried?
Answer my question.
No, my question was first. Order of
I can't remember the last time. Maybe
you have cried.
Let me see what I have before.
And what made
I
you
used
cry?
to be a beta male too.
Okay.
I was weak like you are, and
Really?
I used to be easy trigger, beta male.
So if you ever
I
cry?
would cry at the movie.
So if you ever cry, you're a beta male?
One time I cried over my girlfriend breaking up. She and I broke up, and I went to a movie and I cried. So when I got home, mommy said, "Why are you crying?" I just said a sad movie.
It's a beautiful tale. But if you ever cry now,
that
if you
I've
ever cry,
answered
you're a
that-
beta male?
Now that I asked her that, when you saw your mother triggering your father, you thought, wow, that's cool.
Nope.
What did you think when you saw your father being triggered by your mother?
I just thought, oh, my parents are fighting again.
And how about when your father would trigger your mother?
Same.
It didn't bother you to see that your father was weak?
It's weak to you both ways?
With your father, when your mother did it to your father.
No, because you keep not hearing.
It didn't bother you.
No,
to
because you
see-
keep not acknowledging me saying,
You didn't see it as a weakness.
I do not see it as weakness to
Okay.
show emotion or to be able to have a equal relationship.
Are you an emotional
I see that
person?
as strength, sure. Are you?
No.
At all? Sad to not have emotion in life, huh?
No, it's sad to
You're just a
have it.
mechanistic way to live?
It's sad to have it.
Really? The whole point of life is to feel it.
Real men are not, alpha males are not emotional males.
Really, that's so sad.
Only beta males. But let me ask,
Feeling life to you is
are
weakness?
you in favor
You
of
should just go through like a soldier?
Are you in favor of the big, beautiful wall going up around the borders?
No, it's such a dumb idea.
It's a dumb idea to put the wall up around the border.
It is not a racist idea like some liberals paint it, but it's a dumb idea.
And why is it a dumb idea?
Because it's ineffective, because a lot of illegal, undocumented people come through tunnels, which, hot tip, go under walls, because it is very expensive. We don't have the money, because already they're going to have flood doors opened up for months at a time in these walls to avoid floods hitting the wall and crushing it, which kind of would obviously allow immigrants to come through that wall because people are already chainsawing through it. He claims it's indestructible, but it's not. You can easily cut through it.
And
Trump said in one of his rallies,
when you say it's
there'll be
not-
no way over the wall unless you have like a ladder, which, hot tip, there are ladders.
When you
and people
say
can climb over them
not-
with them.
When you say it's not racist, why do you say it's not racist to have
Because
a
we
wall?
can protect our borders. I think it's a smart idea to protect our borders. in our
And that's
country.
not racist?
No.
Okay. Are you in favor of Israel having a wall?
No, I mean, I really don't like the way that the Palestinian people are oppressed with no end in sight. I think there's a real problem, and there was an enormous amount of attacks coming, and the wall did help cut down on that. And so it's a hard issue. We have to get to a two-state solution ASAP. I was recently spent a lot of time in Israel and in the Palestinian territories. I spent time in Ramallah and Bethlehem and wanted to get to know both sides from a very real way. And it's humans on both sides. It's a very hard issue on both sides.
So was it a dumb idea for Israel to put a wall up?
No, they were facing murderous suicide bomb attacks all the time.
So you're saying, no, it wasn't a dumb idea for Israel to put a wall up, right?
I don't think that was a dumb idea. I don't think
But
it's the way
a dumb
forward.
idea for America to put a wall up.
Yeah, we don't have suicide bomb attacks coming from that side of the border all the time.
So
or ever.
You don't know that for sure?
I do.
But we do have drug wars, we have gang members, we have
right, but all that can still come through a wall.
We have all that coming across our borders.
His wall's not even a wall; it's a fence. You can pass drugs through it.
For America, you say.
You acknowledge.
But for America, you say it's dumb idea. But for Israel, it's not a dumb idea.
Do we even have this?
Who do you love most, Israel or America?
America. Do we even have?
So why would you want to protect America as you want to protect Israel?
Because, like I said, it's another lie of Trump that it's just rapists and murderers coming over the border.
We're not talking about Trump right now.
Well,
but why would it be?
Why
would it not be a dumb idea for Israel to protect themselves? And I believe they should. But it's a dumb idea for America to protect
I just answered you because, first of all, it's an actual wall in Israel. You're aware that Trump's wall is a fence and there's holes in it, right?
Amazing.
So drugs can be passed through it.
Amazing.
Can we at least acknowledge the mutual fact that holes are not walls?
How about this then? Let's say the president built a wall.
Can we acknowledge the mutual fact that drugs go through? How about if the president built the same wall that Israel had, just like Israel wall? No, we don't need it. The same identical wall. We don't need it.
Would it still be a dumb idea?
We can't afford that. We have a much bigger border. Israel's entire country is 7 miles long. The United States is thousands and thousands of miles long. We cannot afford it.
Should we put illegal aliens before American?
Of course not.
Okay. Were you born here or in Israel?
I was born here.
You were born here.
Yep. It's like a run for president, baby.
Yeah. You can't run if you're not born here, right?
Yep.
Ask Obama about that.
Although I guess now.
Ask Obama about that.
Oh, really? You even are a birther as well? Everything Trump says, you just suck it up. You're a swallower.
Ask Obama about that, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think? Oh man, Jesse, I love his channel. He's hilarious to me. Like, look, there's some points that I agree with the guy who came on, but Jordan definitely stands his ground, and hilarious. Beta! Oh, man, no. If you like this video, you know what to do, man. Like, comment, share the video with your friends. All this channel is about is bringing forth, content that shows both sides of it. And you know what I mean when I say both sides of it. I think that nowadays, freedom of speech, and there's a strong side that's just pushing everything, and I think the other side has something to say. So, but let me guys know what you think about it. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. We're gonna keep coming with the content every single day. I love you guys, and see you in the next video. It's your boy Ron, Trigger Reactions. I'm out.